What if the little boy who once doubted himself would one day stand on a presidential balcony, while an entire nation screamed his name? At exactly 8 a.m. KST today, history unfolded in a way nobody expected. The gates of Palacio Nacional in Mexico opened. Security lined the entrance. Officials prepared for a state-level welcome. Fans gathered outside with purple banners shaking in their hands, but nobody was prepared for what happened next. Because when the balcony doors slowly opened, standing there in front of thousands of screaming fans was BTS. And right at the center of that unforgettable moment stood Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS. The boy who once entered the industry as a shy teenager with huge dreams and frightened eyes was now standing inside one of Mexico's most historic landmarks after personally meeting Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum. But this moment became even more emotional after fans learned why BTS had been invited. Reports revealed that BTS received special honorary recognition from the Mexican government for their extraordinary global cultural influence, humanitarian impact, and the way they continue connecting millions of young people around the world through music and hope. And suddenly fans realized something heartbreaking and beautiful at the same time. Jungkook had done it again. First, he became the youngest BTS member to perform at the FIFA World Cup 2022. The entire world watched him walk onto one of the biggest stages on earth and sing Dreamers. That performance did not just become historic, it became legendary. Millions saw a young Korean artist standing proudly before the world, proving that dreams truly could cross borders. And now, years later, the same Jungkook was standing beside world leaders inside Palacio Nacional receiving international recognition with BTS. From the World Cup stage to a presidential palace balcony, that journey feels unreal even saying it out loud. But the moment that truly broke fans emotionally happened seconds after BTS stepped onto the balcony. The crowd outside exploded into screams so loud they echoed across the streets of Mexico City. Some fans immediately burst into tears, others froze in disbelief. Phones shook in people's hands. And then cameras captured Jungkook quietly looking down at the fans below him, not like a superstar, not like someone above them, but almost like someone overwhelmed by gratitude. His expression changed completely. For a few seconds he just stood there silently taking everything in. The chants, the tears, the love, the history, and fans online instantly noticed it. Because ARMY knows that look. That soft, emotional smile Jungkook gets whenever he feels deeply touched. The same smile he had during emotional concerts. The same smile he showed when hearing fans sing for BTS. The same smile that reveals how much he carries inside his heart without always speaking about it. One fan outside Palacio Nacional reportedly cried while saying, "Jungkook grew up in front of us, and today the world is honoring him." Sentence alone is now spreading everywhere online because people feel how true it is. Nobody understands Jungkook's journey without remembering how young he was when everything began. He sacrificed a normal childhood. He trained endlessly. He carried pressure most teenagers could never imagine. People criticized him while he was still growing up. Every mistake became headlines. Every performance carried impossible expectations. Yet somehow he kept rising, step by step, year by year, until the world itself could no longer ignore him. And perhaps that is why today feels so emotional for fans. Because this was not just about celebrities meeting a president. This felt like watching someone's entire life story come full circle. A young boy from Busan standing on a palace balcony in Mexico while thousands scream his name with pride. That is bigger than fame. That is legacy. And fans became even more emotional after noticing another detail. While other people focused on waving toward the crowd, Jungkook reportedly kept pulling out his phone to take photos and videos of the fans himself. Think about that for a second. Thousands waited outside for hours hoping to see him for only a few moments, and instead of simply enjoying the spotlight, Jungkook wanted to remember them too. That small action shattered fans emotionally online. Because no matter how massive his success becomes, he still treats fans like people who matter deeply to him. That humility is exactly why people love him so fiercely. Videos from outside the palace are already going viral everywhere. Fans screaming, fans crying, fans yelling "Te amo Jungkook." Some people could barely film properly because they were shaking from excitement. And then came another unforgettable moment. As BTS stood together greeting the crowd, fans noticed Jungkook looking toward the sky for a brief second before smiling softly. Nobody knows what he was thinking about in that moment. But online, people are already calling it the smile of someone realizing how far he has come. Honestly, it is hard not to feel emotional watching it. Because behind the global fame, expensive stages and records, Jungkook's story has always been deeply human. A teenager chasing dreams, a young man carrying pressure, an artist constantly trying to improve himself. And today the entire world witnessed another chapter of that journey unfold. Even Mexico's president reportedly praised BTS for spreading messages of unity, love, youth empowerment, and hope across the world. Seeing Jungkook standing there listening respectfully beside his members made fans incredibly proud. Not because of awards, not because of charts, but because of the person he became. There was also something symbolic about today that fans cannot stop talking about. Back in 2022, Jungkook represented music on a global sports stage during FIFA World Cup. Today, he represented culture and unity inside one of the world's most historic government buildings. Different stages, different audiences, same impact. And perhaps the most beautiful part is this: despite all the history he keeps making, Jungkook still reacts with the same genuine emotions as the shy boy fans met years ago. That innocence never fully disappeared. You can still see it whenever he smiles at fans, whenever he bows respectfully, whenever he looks overwhelmed by love. And maybe that is exactly why people connect with him so deeply. Because he never feels unreachable. He feels real. As BTS prepared to leave the balcony today, fans outside kept chanting their names nonstop. Nobody wanted the moment to end. But then something happened that instantly became one of the most emotional clips of the day. Jungkook turned around one last time before leaving, looked back toward the massive crowd, and waved slowly with both hands. It lasted only seconds, but somehow those few seconds felt incredibly powerful, almost like silent gratitude, almost like he wanted to remember the moment forever too, and honestly maybe he will. Because not everyone gets to witness their dreams become this big. From debuting as the youngest BTS member, to performing at the FIFA World Cup, to standing inside Palacio Nacional beside world leaders, Jungkook's journey feels almost impossible. Yet he keeps proving impossible things can happen. Today was not just another public appearance. It was history recognizing someone who inspired millions simply by refusing to give up. And somewhere tonight, fans around the world are probably looking at those balcony videos thinking the exact same thing. The shy boy who once chased his dreams has now become part of world history.